Hey guys, and welcome back to another Monster Hunter Wilds video here on the channel. And today I have got something very special for you guys. So it turns out that Chameleos can actually be seen, very faintly mind you, but he can be seen in the Scarlet Forest, and I'm going to show you how. So here is footage that I just recorded a little while ago of me doing this method, and you can see that we are in the Scarlet Forest at base camp, and what you're going to want to do is rest in your tent 10 times in a row, cycling through the seasons and the times of day, and I'm going to do that here in this footage, as you will see, and then I will tell you the next steps. Now, a couple notes. It is totally fine for you to check your world map to see if there's any investigations you want to save. I was doing that in this footage, as you will see here in a moment, but you cannot leave the Scarlet Forest, and you need to do this at base camp specifically. All right, now you can see here I have sped up the video, but I'm going to let this run. So if you're not familiar with Chameleos, Chameleos is an Elder Dragon, one of the original Elder Dragons, one of the earlier ones, Gen 2 Elder Dragon. He is this big chameleon. He was in Monster Hunter Rise, also, of course, Sunbreak, the expansion for Rise, and he is in a trio with Teostra and Kushala Daora, and he's probably my favorite of that trio, and I just love this guy. Now, Chameleos, they go invisible, right? So they can go invisible, and they do like big foresty areas, which is why I was able to find this in the Scarlet Forest specifically. I don't think anyone else has actually found this yet, because I have not heard of anyone finding this. But how I found this, I was just kind of playing the game, and I rested a bunch of times because I was farming, investigations to see if I could get any good ones, because, as we all know, you don't really get a ton of good investigations right now on the map. That's something that really needs to be fixed, and hopefully Title Update 1 will provide some of a solution to that issue. I really need more investigations that have good decos as well. But anyways, I'm getting besides the point. So I was doing that, right? And then I just happened to go to a certain location on the map, and I saw something weird out in the distance, and I looked with my binoculars, and I was like, there's no way. There's no way that's what I think it is. There is no way. This is so good, because if you guys didn't know too, there was always a sort of myth, kind of a myth, but also like a joke that never really came true, that, oh, they're gonna add Chameleos to World, guys. He's in the ancient forest. I promise, like, he's there, he's invisible, this would be perfect. But no, they never actually put him in the game. And so for them to kind of tease him in this game, I think is sort of referential to that, and is also just really, really cool. I mean, guys, Scarlet Forest is getting just a ton of love in this game. Like, this is crazy, right? I mean, we are getting Mizutsune in this first update, and then we are going to be getting Lagiacris in the summer update, and now we are potentially going to be getting Chameleos at some point too in the Scarlet Forest. I mean, poor Uthduna. Uthduna is kind of like the sort of community least favorite of the new Apex Predators, and she is just getting beaten up by all these other Apex Predators showing up, and now she's going to have an Elder Dragon in the game on the same map with her too. Poor Uthduna. But yeah, who knows when Chameleos will actually come to the game. But yes, you can see here though, I'm still just cycling through the times of days and the weather as I rest, checking my investigations. And yeah, you do this 10 times in a row, and I do actually mess up a bit in this footage, because if you do it right, if you go in the correct order, you're supposed to land on the 10th one. You're supposed to land on plenty daytime. But I messed up at one point, and I landed on plenty morning, but weirdly enough, it still worked. So maybe the time of day and weather doesn't actually matter that much. It's just something that I was doing. Like, maybe you just have to rest 10 times in a row, and then you will see this. But so I am going to, I think you guys get the idea of this footage. So let me skip ahead to when I actually run to the location, which should be coming up right about now, actually. So like I said, I don't have to skip ahead. Let me move my mouse out of the way there. Don't know if you can see that. All right, so here it is, right? And by the way, it's totally fine to talk to Nata as well. That's not going to mess this up get your materials, even on the way. Like, I just happened to check him on the last one. That's when he was ready for me to collect everything. But you can do it midway through, early, doesn't matter. But so here we go. So now what you're going to do is you're going to get your sacred, and you are going to run all the way to the, you'll see here, I pull up my map. We're going to go to the Wyvern's Nest, and I mark the Wyvern egg on the map just as a sort of way for the sacred to track it. And you can see it's morning, as I mentioned previously. And so now we are just going to run on up to the Wyvern's Nest, and I'm going to show you guys exactly where this is. All right, so I put the recording back to regular speed, and all right, so there's the Wyvern egg there. I'm just going to hop off my sacred. I'm going to run over to the other edge of the tree, the nest. And you can see here in the distance, there's this fog. And as we all know, Chameleos likes to make fog. But so I'm looking out into the distance, right? And if we look right over there, just past what I think is the Wudwud base to the right side there, you can see that there's a very faint outline of a Chameleos there. It's really, really hard to see. And he's like basically completely translucent, or I mean, you know, translucent meaning, of course, semi-transparent. So he's not fully transparent, but he is, you know, translucent, right? It very, very hard to see. It's very subtle. He's really far out into the distance, all the way over there. But I just wanted to share this little teaser with you guys because this is incredible. No one else has talked about this yet, and I cannot wait to see Chameleos as well as other Elder Dragons in Monster Hunter Wilds. But let me know what you guys think. Have you noticed anything interesting in Monster Hunter Wilds? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next Monster Hunter video. Happy hunting.